I'll be going off on my own, I think. She's just
Just wants to chill.
Yeah.
All right, my darlings, let's get started. Let's take our foot in front, back leg, foot slightly externally rotated, and let's just see what the old shoulder hip joints are doing after a couple of weeks off. And 3, 4, 5 the other way. It's a quiet one. Okay. Quiet one. Just so I can record for Angela and Chris and people. 2, 1. We can talk after. And then I got that today as well. Very quiet there. I've been mental all week, so it's quite nice.
That's good.
3.
Sunshine.
I know. 4. My washing's out. I hate my washing on the line, but anyway.
Oh, I don't like it.
No, I love it on the line. I'm just funny about clients seeing it, and one of my clients said yesterday, because nobody else puts washing on the line, Joe. Why would you be bothered about that? It's probably because of how I hang it up. Look, it's there. 8. Like a child's done it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it down on that one, guys. Hold it down. Just take the weight ever so slightly forward. And then take a rotation. And then back to centre. And for 2, sorry, into that front knee one, yeah. 3, 4. And then take the hand on the front knee and just drive that back heel into the mat. I don't know why I've got my trainers on anyway. Send you a couple of restaurant things. Really lovely.
Yeah.
Cheap tapas bar right in the centre. It's fabulous.
I have been before, Alan and I went.
Yeah.
But it was a long time ago.
Yeah. 5 and 5 the other way. And if you go up to the I can't say it, Gibraltar, basically the big castle area. I walked up on my own, and or about Malaga Ruth, and they had all like Spanish guys just sat on the walls playing guitars.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a nice time of year to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
not
a bit
too
more
hot.
manic in the summer. Yeah.
Yeah. And for 8, 7, 6. I'm hoping my camera keeps recording because I went to record yesterday and it cut off, and then I've just deleted 2,000.
Photos?
2,000 little videos. I can't believe it. Well, it's still deleting them now and hold. And then, I don't know, I went into a funny thing and I saw all these old videos from like 4 years ago. Oh, sorry, let's do the rotation into that side, guys, to keep the core engaged. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again, sorry, heel down. Breath in. And again. Well done. And then back to centre, and let's just do some nice limb stuff. I've been doing this quite a bit. And then just and swing back. Keep them knees nice and soft. You can come up onto the toes if you want. And for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then boom. Oh, I've got to tell Ruth this, guys, and I said, well, I'm talking, but Ruth loves babies. Beth Martin's daughter, my stepdaughter said, little baby girl, Letty, I'll send you some photographs, babe. She's a doll. And 6.
Not biased at all.
Right. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Let's do a little bit of hip extension work. So keep the front knee soft, make sure you're not arching the back. So tuck your tailbone a little bit, keep that core engaged, point the foot and lift, not too high. Think more about length. Give your bum a good old squeeze. And for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lift it up and just see if you can hold. One more. Beautiful. Back to centre. Transfer that foot over the other one. Reach up nice and tall. Pull on that wrist. Push over. Back to centre. 2 big circles. And then do that runner stretch as we take our bottom backwards, our chin to chest, our weight forward, nice and slowly. Obviously, Paul, you can just stretch that back half out of one, or the one that you were stood on. Last one, breath in, and then gently up. And obviously the front foot is the one that we're standing on now, and taking the other one into hip extension. So draw the tummy in, a little bit of softness, and then just lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze for 10 more. For 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 2, 1, lift it a bit higher, reach forward, keep the core engaged, 4 deep breaths. Last one. So Paul, it might be nicer just to take that leg back like that, babe, and just reach up. Or you can go into your runner stretch. She said as she nearly fell over. Hips back, gently down. And again, just take 4 lovely deep breaths in and out. Last one, breath in, and slowly, slowly up. Oh, beautiful. And let's just take some nice little pelvic circles. We'll do one more balance and then we will go into some weights. And 2, 3. 3 the other direction. 3. Doesn't it? You're like, how can something so simple as this feel like, oh, and well done. And then we'll do our normal tree pose, guys. So you probably fare better than me, my trainers on. So again, keep that core gently engaged. Find your centre, push your big toe into the mat. Maybe just, push a little bit into the outside of the foot as well. Just hold. And we're just going to take our arms up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And just the leg you were stood on, guys, just take it gently to the front, just to open up the ankle joint a little bit by just taking the foot away, just nice and gentle. And just sometimes the joint jams if you've been stood for too long. And last one. And beautiful, well done. Let's come to that other side. So again, find your centre. So sometimes if you transfer the weight slightly, that helps, she says. Come on, Joanna. And then just hold, find your centre. And then again, up for 4. and again, just take that foot ever so slightly forward. Hopefully there shouldn't be too much pain, but sometimes it can feel very tight down that lateral side of the foot. 2 and 1. Well done. We'll just warm up quickly through our shoulders. So just take hands on to the shoulders and then just 4 circles. 3, 2, 1. For the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So we're just going to do bicep first. If you want a slightly heavier weight, we're not doing overheads today. I think overheads bother my neck actually, Carol. You were saying for the weight. I did a lot on Monday and yeah, so I'm just not going to do them anymore for a while. I'll just use a lighter weight. So we're just going to take the weight, so try not to be upright like this because the back will arch, just slightly forward. Palm up to start with for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7. I know I've missed that sound. And 6 and 5 and 4. I'm loving this weather, guys.
I've been in the lights, just got back last night.
Oh,
and,
wow.
It was like this.
And then switch.
Which I think it was here as well, wasn't it?
It's lovely, it's been beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, 10, 9, 8. Did you go without?
Yeah, but he came home, he had to come home on the Tuesday because he had a job. So.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Switch again and then palm in this time. Exactly the same, but instead of palm up, palm in. And then again, 10, 1. Gorgeous. The other side. And again. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then we'll just take it into tricep. So you can do tricep just like this, or you can take it into your normal one if you prefer. I'm just going to stand like this, keep the core engaged, or just take that back leg like we normally do. For 16. If you're standing like me, guys, just make sure that tummy's engaged. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Switch the other way. 60. Well done. And then we're just going to do 10 out to the side. So we'll do, actually 5 out to the side, 5 front, and 5 out, 5 front, yeah. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch arms actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. 5 to the front. Well done, and 5 to the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, well done. And then pick both up, guys. Let's just do a little bit of rotator sort of stuff. So feet into first position, and then just, we're gonna go 10, out, yeah? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then just first position, rib cage really nice and in and flat, guys. And then we'll do 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm hoping my beach hedge will start turning very quickly green. It's down there, but it's still really brown.
Well, it's green where it's brown, isn't it? Dead where, isn't it? Dead
No,
where?
no,
It
it's
takes the
green.
leaves.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
because when they're made into hedges, it keeps the beech tree mature, and it retains its old leaves to protect the new leaf buds, and then it just kind of pushes them off,
Yeah.
which an old
yeah.
tree doesn't do.
Well done,
Is
guys.
that a bit like a hydrangea? What does a
I
hydrangea
don't know.
on previous?
Just look how brown they are out there, and within a few weeks, Carol.
Yeah,
Surprises.
so they don't fall
Yeah, no, it
off
always
the leaves,
goes
they
through.
just
They get
to
pushed
protect
off by the
them.
Get
new
pushed
growth.
off, but new. There you go.
Which is always found fascinating.
Yeah, I might mow the lawn today, actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're doing that. That's oh God, how's it doing that?
It's summer.
I did it a few weeks ago. Oh my God, it was up there. So it should be easy today. Because then I did it a
Yeah,
couple of
they'll
weeks. It
do
shouldn't
keep
be bad.
doing it round now, won't it? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. Quite like mowing the lawn. I don't know what big deal it is.
Yeah, I quite like ironing. It's that same kind of mindless thing, isn't it? I quite
Yeah.
like it.
I just put some trash on when I'm ironing. It's nice.
Yeah.
Watch a bit of TV. You watching Race Across the World?
I missed it last night. Eleanor rang and then it was, so I thought, I won't watch
So
it a
good.
bit. So, yeah.
So good. I've definitely got a favourite thing.
Have you? I think none of them are annoying, really.
No. I'm kind of glad the girls went out. They're just a bit boring. But they were nice, weren't they? Really nice. I love the brother and sister.
Yeah, they'll probably win, won't they?
Well, wait till you see your size.
Are they a bit cocky? Cause
No, they're not actually,
really,
just had a lot of, unluck. It's good, it's like 5 teams, Paul, racing across, they've got to they started in Palermo in Sicily,
Oh, right.
and they've got to get to Mongolia.
Whoa.
But they only have,
They have no, they don't have maps.
they
don't
can't have
any
maps,
mobile
phones or anything,
And
and
a
they
certain
get,
amount of money.
it's minimum, so they can't fly obviously or anything like that.
They just have 10-hour coach trips and things everywhere.
Yeah,
Like driving around.
so I think, is it about $3,000 between them?
Yeah, I was thinking 2, but it might be 3.
Which is not a lot. I mean,
No, it's
they're on day 22 now, and they've got they're halfway through. So 44 days on like 1,500 quid each without having to you've got to get trains, but sometimes taxis because
Food, hotel.
food, yeah, because one team has got eliminated, one team gets eliminated, and then they all stay until the end. So the boys were clever, like last week, because they were way behind, and they said, look, we might as well spend quite a bit of our budget, otherwise we're just going to get eliminated.
Yeah. Well, that's what the woman wanted from the other, the sister-in-law.
I'd love to do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I'm quite happy to watch it.
Well done. Okay, guys, let's just do 20. You can either do turn out, or if you just feel like your glutes are a bit too tight, then you can do that. Yeah, in parallel. Shoulders down. Let's go nice and slow. Real control as we go back. Keep that chest elevated and then back up. And 10 more. So always lead into that heel, push up from the heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, let's come to the back of the mat, guys. We're going to do a little bit of strength into stretch. So we're going to do probably like a 20-second plank into like a nice downward dog, and then back into a plank, and then back into an upward dog. So we're going to keep our chin to chest, bring our hips backwards, and then our weight forwards as we just gently. Again, you can soften, or you can just come into your plank position. Let's just spread our fingers really wide so you've got equal distance between little fingers and the mat. Push the mat away, lifting that breastbone, heels towards the floor, nice straight back. Hold. Try not to move your hands, guys, just to create a bit of space in the discs as we just drive our hips up towards the floor, our chin, up towards the ceiling, chin towards the chest, and then just drive both heels towards the ground. And just hold. Lovely, then come back into your plank position so your nose is kind of, mid in between the hands, keeping that core engaged. Hold, heels towards the ground. Let's just play around a little bit with our plank position, guys. So if you are familiar with side plank, you can keep both legs away. If you're new to it, take right knee down as you swivel. Otherwise, your underneath foot would be slightly back of the top foot. Hold, keep pushing into that mat. Always take your hands slightly back, just so you're opening up the chest muscles as well. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Back into plank again. Find your centre, really push into that hand, and then lift, push your hips forward. I always panic that a stranger comes onto your YouTube and has never done this before, and they end up like, splat on the face or something. And then back to centre, and then take your knees down, flatten your feet, bring your elbows backwards towards the body, chest, and then reach up into upward dog. Take a breath in. And then let's repeat that. Let's push up again into our plank position, spreading our fingers nice and wide, pushing the mat away, lifting the breastbone, don't let the breastbone drop. And we're going to go 10. And then we're going to take the hips up again. But this time we're walking the hands back into a narrower downward dog. And we're going to do our drop heel. So we're just going to take our right heel to the floor, bend our left knee. Hold that nice, well it might not be nice, but hold that stretch in the calf. And then switch, take the other heel down. And switch again. And switch again. Beautiful, walk it back into plank. We'll do a nice wrist stretch, guys. Just hold, again, push the right hand in. Have a little swivel, really lift up that bottom waist, trying to activate the deeper core muscles. Yeah, through the obliques. Beautiful, 3, 2, 1. Back to centre, push that hand in, have a little swivel. Lift, 10. 2, 1. Back to centre. Last one, knee down. We're just going to flatten the feet, bring our elbows back, reach into that cobra position. Take a lovely in breath. Last one. And then just keep your knees together, guys, to just come into the original child's pose. Just get to the back in a slightly different way. And then while you're here, just take your hands away from the mat and just circle your thumb. Circle your next finger, the next finger, the next finger, and the pink little one. And then just pump your hands in and out just because we've been rested on them a bit. And just take some deep breaths in, 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one. Gorgeous. Okay, my lovelies, let's come onto our back. Let's do, because it's first week back, we won't use the roller for bridge, we'll just keep our feet on the ground, but take hold of your ball. Yeah, I think I gave balls out, did I?
Yep.
Yeah. And we're just going to take the ball in between the inner thighs when you put it under your head.
Thought I would just been relaxing.
We might do that right at the end, Carol. So keep your length through the front of the chest, guys. So really try and open up the collarbone so your shoulders are kind of rounded inwards. Sometimes when people are a little bit kind of rounded in, then you can take the palms up to ceiling and that kind of helps. Otherwise, just have palms into the mat. And then we're just going to really concentrate on pushing our feet very firmly in as we come up, and that will keep the pelvic floor strong. So take a nice in-breath through the nose and just gently roll that lower back into the mat. And as you start lifting your spine away, push the feet very firmly in and feel like you just have a little bit of connection on the ball, so not squeezing too hard. And then take a lovely in-breath at the top. And then slowly down. Just maintaining the health of the joints in between. Obviously the disc area, guys, we want to keep lubricated. And then gently down. We're just going to do 3 more mobility ones. So again, gently roll the lower back into the mat. Lift up into bridge, always thinking about sending the knees forward, the hips high. Keep up into bridge and just float the right hand backwards without letting your ribs come with you, guys. So keep your ribs down. And then float it back down to the mat. Just notice, hopefully the shoulder joint the other side just feels not too clicky. I'll just notice if there's a little bit of tightness on one side, back down, take a breath in, and slowly lower, one by one. Oh, can you hear the birds? And then again, let's come back, roll the lower back. This time as you start lifting, float both arms over. Sending the knees forward, the hips are high, take a lovely in-breath. And out, breath as we come back to the floor, arms and spine at the same time. Beautiful. This time we're going to keep our arms down by our side and we're just going to roll back into bridge and do a little bit of strength work in bridge. So we're going to lift up, make sure you're walking your shoulder blades down, hands towards the bottom, tuck your tailbone a little bit. Let's keep our feet on the ground for a change and we are just going to squeeze the ball. Concentrate on that deep squeeze and release it. Try not to come out of bridge though, try and keep the hips high. And again, we've got 8 more. Hold the squeeze, release. Squeeze in, hold, release. Squeeze in, release. And again, release. 4 more. 4, 3, gently lower, back down. And then just move the ball to more kind of between the knees almost, just above the kneecap as opposed to kind of top of the inner thigh, just to get a little bit slightly different muscle group. And again, take a breath in. Gently into bridge. Lift up again, knees go forward, shins reaching forward, and then squeeze the ball now in that position. And squeeze. And squeeze. I don't know why I'm finding these so hard today, I don't know. Everything's shaking, yeah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in. And slowly, slowly lower. Oh, beautiful. And then just bring the knees into chest. I know why my legs are tired. I do one-to-ones with these 3 girls, 3 friends on normally Wednesday, but they came yesterday, and we normally do Pilates, and they asked if they could do bar yesterday. So yeah, we're proper, pulsing. Ugh. My inner thighs will probably wobble it. And then just give your inner thighs a little bit, just into butterfly. Just let the knees just flip out to the side. And just have a little tiny butterfly up and down. Yeah, and I think we'll let's just work on the mat a little bit today. Not working on too many props. So, let's do some abdominal work. So when you're doing single leg stretch, it's one of the most really beneficial exercise if you do it right. You're not risking your back. So give yourself your pelvic imprint release. Yeah. And then just make sure you're finding that neutral spine where the pubic bone, belly button, hip bones are nice and level. A little gap underneath the lumbar spine, length through the front of the chest. Draw the belly away from your imaginary hot t-shirt, bring your right leg up to tabletop and your left leg. And then just to make it straightforward, we're just going to take the right hand up to ceiling and let's keep the left one down. And we're just going to take the right hand back and the right leg forward. And again, when you take the leg out and then when you bring the leg back in, you're not moving, changing positions whatsoever in the back. The back is keeping in neutral, the tummy's keeping tight, and the ribs are keeping in and down when you take that hand backwards. 4, we're going to do 12 on each side, 8 more. Beautiful. Take the right hand down again, find your centre. If you feel like you need a little hug in, just for a sec you can. And find neutral. And the left hand goes up, shoulder blade on the ground, left hand comes back, left leg forward. Make sure when you take the leg forward that you're not allowing the pubic bone to edge forward. And likewise, when you bring the leg back in, you're not dipping into that imprinted spine. Let's do 8 more. And 1, and then just give a nice little hug into chest, have a little roll around. And the other way. And then let's try dead bug, guys, where both our arms are up. So both arms are up to table, and legs in tabletop, and both arms up. And we're going to do alternate. So again, draw the tummy in. Take the right hand back, right leg forward. to centre, nice and slow with control. Just imagine you've got £1 million on that your kind of pelvis isn't moving forwards and back. Drawing that navel in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And again, a nice little hug into chest, little roll around. Now, the other way. And we'll just do a little bit more, of course. So we'll do a little bit of chest lift. So you can do chest lift with the straight leg. I don't mind either, but some people have a real preference whether they prefer their legs bent or not. Whichever one you are doing, obviously make sure you're trying to do it in neutral. So when you lift up, try not to squish the lower back in. Everything keeps still. I'm going to do a straight today, I think. So take the hands underneath your head, interlink your fingers, thumbs into the nape of the neck. Make sure you're taking that nice chin to chest. Make sure that when you lift your head slightly, you want to feel like the hands are really supporting the head. Keep the chin engaged towards the chest. You're just lifting up. And lowering. So I kind of lift and then I just kind of lower a little bit. I don't lift fast, so it's almost like a pulse you're keeping up at all times. So lift and lower. Lift and try and keep the ribs engaged. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then just keep the inner thighs touching, arms out to capital T, and then just take the knees in one direction, the head to the other. Sometimes your back clicks in this first time you do it. And then back to centre position, and then the other side. Back to centre, and again. And centre, and again. Oh, lovely. And then on the last one, guys, keep your knees to one side. Just allow that real kind of belly breath now to release. So opposite of what we've just been doing. On the in-breath, allow the belly to rise like a balloon up to the ceiling. Out, breath back down. 2 more. Last one. Back to centre, the other side. Inhale, allow the belly to rise. Two more. Last one. And lovely. And let's come and do a little bit of glute work. So let's just take a... I always find, even when I can't see my camera, because one of my clients said the other day she lost my legs. I'm sure they're on. Yeah.
Sure, I've still got them on.
I'm sure I've still got one. They're there. Okay, so bend that bottom knee, guys. Really push that top leg away. Lift up that bottom waist. Try and keep that lovely gap underneath the waist. And we're going to lift and always have that tiny little hold at the top. You can keep hand on the hip, you can take it in front of you or you can take it overhead. We've got 10 more. 9, 8. Did your cat sit and go alright?
Yeah, that's
7.
great. Really good, yeah.
6.
You did some good stuff, nice stuff as well.
Oh,
Look after
nice.
the cat.
Yeah. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hold. And then circle. Little Joe's just sent me a thing. I mean, God, she's well in advance. 5th of December at the warehouse. The warehouse or the wardrobe? Oh. Sure it's at the warehouse. Does that still exist, the warehouse?
I don't know, I didn't think so, but it might do. In some
Maybe it's the wardrobe, I'll have to check. Should you fancy going to see this, Joe? And then I always talk through a side leg and then circle back. It takes the pain away. The Philharmonic R&B Orchestra. I thought that sounded, because I love R&B.
Yeah. We're going to see, is it the 80s? What's it? Britpop thing with the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, are you?
They're going to Halifax, Peace Hall.
Oh, nice.
In the summer.
Well done, and then pull in. That'll be good.
We know the guy that's conducting it, so that's
When's that on?
That's in July.
I bet I might not be aware.
I think it's the end of end-ish.
We got 27th, I bet it's
I don't
Saturday.
know, it might be the 20th.
Oh, right, I'll have a
I'm
look
not
at
sure
that.
of the date, to be sure.
This is beautiful, the Peace Hall, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. And then into clam oh God, my bum just sort of went, no, don't do clam. And then it's facing forward. 8, 7. I did a Super Sunday when I got back. I didn't get back till 11:30 on Saturday night, and then I was working at a wellness event on Sunday. I know, and they do an introduction to, well, it was supposed to be an introduction to salsa, but it was an introduction to merengue.
Merengue, yeah.
And I obviously do something, I say this all the time with dance, I must use my right more than my left a lot, because Monday morning I thought, something.
That side, yeah. I suppose if you're right-handed,
yeah. It was really good, but she's so funny, she's like, Meringue's just like, you just walk basically.
Yeah. I don't really know what it is, I can't picture it.
It's like an 8B and you just, it is a bit like walking, but she just manages to make it look a super sexy walk.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, this is painful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, but you keep your bum nice and lifted. And then on to, and then take the foot, ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-boo. And then lift. So the leg being lifted always goes on the top knee. Yeah. I like to sometimes, do you know if you kind of rock away from it and then rock kind of back in? So you don't obviously, you're kind of more on your coccyx, you don't want to be leaning on the actual butt cheek, but it relieves you. You realise how tight it gets. Had this lady at Harewood who had sciatica quite bad, and then she texted me after a class a few weeks ago and she went, we always do this and I always do, the strap one. She went, oh Joe, I don't know what you did, but my sciatica's disappeared completely. Wow. I was like, oh brilliant.
Miracle.
Well, sometimes it's just finding the right thing, isn't it, for you? And then just bring it over, guys. Again, that leg just into that supine spine. Whoa, yes. I was just telling Paul, Carol, I booked Pulbridge Farm about a month ago for Joe's birthday for tomorrow. And we're just lucky that we've hit the weather.
I know.
So we go at 11, so we might even hang around for a little bit.
Oh, do. Are you allowed to? Do you have, I don't know.
God, you can stay all day. Yeah, you can stay all day.
You just have to go at a certain time.
Yeah, if you book to sauna and then grab the band. If you're just going for a swim, you can go any time. You could go 8 till 6 if you wanted. And then just that same leg, just flex and point. Oh, when I do this, I think I could get through life without doing this, I don't think. And then keep the foot face, the section just to get into that calf. In and out. When we went to Nurha, it's quite hilly Nurha. You know, we walked
I have been once.
we walked round to this other beach called Barana Beach, which is about 15 minutes away from the main town. Big, massive beach, loads of purpose-built restaurants. But I bought some new Avianas and oh my god, they ripped my feet to shreds.
What Aviana?
You know, like flip-flops.
No, flip-flops.
But like good, supposed to be good ones, and then bring it in. So I had to walk all the way back in bare feet.
Oh, I hate that.
I like to think I looked like a, you know, romantic hippie, but probably just looked like a
Because you were limping along.
I think my Joe wears shoes in Australia most of the time.
Yeah.
Does he not? He just,
And then back to centre.
That's quite good if you can harm your feet, I think that's...
Yeah.
They must get filthy though.
Didn't really bother my bottom feet. I think they must be quite, maybe mine are a bit hardened at the bottom, but do you know when, there's nothing worse is that when your feet are, you know, bleeding, do you know what I mean? From in between my big toe and then on the actual strap bit. I know, I've been wearing sliders over the last few years, which is so comfy. No, I think they look nicer. I think sliders are a bit scaggy, so that's why I went back to centre. But by the end of the holiday, I'm like, I'm going for comfort, I'm going for sliders.
Absolutely.
And then switch.
I hope you haven't got any cold because it's scaggy.
Oh, we've all got, the boys wear them all the time, but maybe I need
I've
to
got
buy
those
some.
Merrill sandals, they're kind of
They're nice. And then switch, and again, make sure that top hip's keeping forward, guys. Lift up the bottom waist, lengthen the top leg, lift, hold for a sec, and lower back down. And 11. Two. Hold it up, circle. Circle back. That clock's loud, I've never noticed before.
We're not usually this quiet.
No, that's two. One, and then just pull the heel into the bottom, pull the thigh backwards just for a bit of a quad stretch. Take a lovely in-breath. And again. Beautiful. And then take both bottom shin away, heels together into that clamp. So we'll just open and close for 8, for 7, 5, and then open, take the leg out, back in, close the clamp. And for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Well done, guys. And then just onto your back again. Oh, that sun's right in my face. And then just take that foot, lift it up. This one doesn't feel as quite as bad as the other one. And then just in now. I'm off to see a Cuban singer tonight at Project House.
Where's Project House?
I've only been once with Raph and Zoe.
Oh, is it the one on Kirkstall Road? No.
It might be. It's quite a big place.
Yeah.
Big warehouse. Is it
Yeah.
Coatesville Road?
Yeah, I think it's Coatesville Road, yeah. I have been there once to see. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah. I think she's supposed to be quite famous. I just saw it come up, and then Elaine said to me, "Oh, this Cuban singer sounds fab. Do you fancy going?" So Mia and Liz are going tonight.
Nice.
Nice. And then just take the band. So I'll be practicing my moringa. And hold. And just point and flex. Hold and flex. You don't realise how tight you are until you start stretching. And then take that foot, keep that inversion, eversion. And then take the foot in and gently over, nice and easy guys, just take the head the other way. And then back to centre, and then hold the band and abduct that leg away. Take a lovely in breath. And out. In. And out. Oh, I could just lie here now all day. Isn't it lovely? And then back to centre.
Well, have you got a free day now?
I've only got one more today, this afternoon, which is unbelievable for a Friday. But I was super busy yesterday, which is why I couldn't take my mum to the supermarket. I normally have my guy up in Old Woodley, but he's had an operation, so he can't do today. It feels weird, but I have been so busy this week that I thought I'm just going to own it today.
Sorry, do it.
I'm taking my mum at 1.
Sure.
She's not bad. My auntie's not in her. My mum's sister. She had she's got cancer, ovarian cancer, but she's been so great, but they put her on this medication. They can't do anything, it's gone to her lymph nodes, but her blood pressure keeps, whenever she gets up, she just feels really faint, she looks really pale, and anyway, last Friday, she'd gone to the toilet in the middle of the night, next minute she knew that she's got a watch on, and obviously the alarm were going off, and she'd fainted. So she's in. Yeah, she's got this huge bruise here. So they put her in the fall unit at first, but they've done a scan because her back's been bothering her for quite a while. They've done a scan. We haven't got the results yet, but they've moved her to Bexley. So yeah, so she's close. Oh, really close, yeah. And I am. I mean, I see her every week, so I take her to the supermarket with my mum. But yeah, it's just a bit rubbish, really.
Rubbish, isn't it?
Do you know what upset me so much? She's got 3 boys. Well, they're not boys, they're obviously men.
Yeah.
And she's got twins, Kirk and Carly, who are probably 64 now. Kirk and Carly, I used to call them Curl and Carl.
Yeah.
Curl and Carl when I was growing up. And then she's got Wayne, who's the same age as me. And it would just seem Kirk is a really very successful businessman, and it would just seeing him stroking her hand, and she's brilliant, she's in good spirits, but I'm trying to take my mum to at the weekend to see her. And at least Bexley, it's gorgeous. The staff are lovely. Yeah. And then we're just going to take 4 cats, lovely. And then back to centre, and then just keep your knees up, or just however you want to go up to it. If you're coming up into downward dog, guys, just really gently take the heels down and just kind of bounce them up and down for a little bit. Just get that lymph flow going again. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it into the final stretch. And then gently in your own time, guys, to standing position, nice and slow. I don't know, Carol. I have written in my diary 11 o'clock massage, but no name. So I'm hoping that it's just an inadvertent on my